Hi, welcome to Kin in Line. This is chapter 18, and we're inside a church in Ladysmith, Natal, in the winter of 1979. So I've often since done drawings inside churches. It's sitting around I don't really enjoy, so I make the most of my time. And here we've got, looks like a real Anglican sort of ceremony going on. So I managed to capture that. This is still during basic training. Yeah, there's always a strange image that crops up. This guy looks like he could have been a worker, who knows, in this army notebook. So we were still sharing a tent, about 8 of us, and this guy offered, sleepy time, so he's either nodding off or who knows, but I was able to go to town and actually do quite detailed sketches of him. Note the little Mohican type hairstyle that he managed to get for himself. Yeah, that was probably my view from my bed. Some oak across the way reading, another chap sleeping. I must have spent hours and hours sketching, and it's quite I used to enjoy just going through my sketch pads, these little books, and enjoying the fact that I had produced something while everybody else was just sitting around. I was actually creating. Eventually I managed to get into what was called civic action. I had no idea what it was. It was also known as, in Afrikaans, burgersake. And I only discovered later that I was going to Kimberley, which was actually another, like Ladysmith. Kimberley had been besieged during the Anglo-Boer War. It was both were occupied by the British or the English or pro-British side in the Anglo-Boer War from 1899 to 1902. So I went from one besieged town, Ladysmith, to another, Kimberley. And this is done clearly in a huge bungalow we were put into. We were all members of this civic action course, which was at one intelligence school. So I didn't realize, but I was becoming part of the military intelligence. I just wanted to get out of the infantry, and this cropped up. So here we've got, looks like coat hangers with maybe socks or something drying. You can see another bungalow out the other side. We were about 100 to a bungalow. These were massive former hangars, Second World War hangars, I believe. So hangars in hangars. That's... yeah. Then in Kimberley, I also was able to get to the church on a Sunday during this course. And I think that's where these people were done. Clearly, women were the attraction. Here we have another young lass. What was not to appreciate when you're surrounded just by men for, virtually your whole life. Yeah, I took a bold pen of sorts, some sort of felt tip pen maybe, or anyway, it gave me a really bold image of this chap. I mean, this is what I would end up doing relentlessly for 2 years, is just sketching these people. Yeah, and it was now summer in Kimberley, hot as Hades. Yeah, so the models were even like without shirts often. I got to writing stuff. I was always trying to record little things. Same time again, if I'd produced these in art school, I would have been pretty chuffed. But now I was just doing this for my own pleasure. Just here's a little cat that's crept into the book. Yeah, interesting elongated face. Quite enjoy the technique. It's certainly come on by leaps and bounds since a year before. And here we get, let's have fun with faces, you know. So, sort of caricatures. And these are definitely done from life. It's not as though I just made these up. Another guy obviously working at something, maybe preparing for the inevitable inspection. More writing about whatever. And then one of my many comrades, yeah, so I mean, for me this is a finished work of art. I don't need to have a painting or anything. I like the fact that there's another face on this guy's shoulder. Maybe it's a tattoo. So, and talking of soldiers, it looks like I've put down some lyrics from Donovan's famous Universal Soldier, which was actually written by Buffy St. Marie, a real anti-war anthem of the late 60s, early 70s. Just got a few more out here. So during our course, we would sit in these stiflingly hot lecture rooms. And yeah, so these are the covers, inside covers of one of my notebooks where I sketched some of the people surrounding me. And again, I resorted to caricature quite often. But it's, yeah, I can remember that chap. I mean, that drawing brings him back to me straight away. None of the others really, but that guy I can remember. And then the other cover inside, look at this one, I had a bit of fun with that beret. So you had a little thing at the base of the springbuck, whatever it was. Yeah, you were in the army now, eh? This was you. And yeah, I've skipped through a lot, and I'm going to be going back to that bungalow because I did plenty of drawings there, but now I eventually ended up not completing, well, I completed the course, but I never got any rank or anything because I became a security risk due to my outspoken anti-apartheid views. So they put me in the media center. And this was one of my colleagues there. Well, let me leave it at that, and I'll ferret out some more drawings, and I'll be back next time. Cheers.